Well, this really is quite uplifting. There is so much to raise the mood all around us. After all, this is when, in the face of anything, hope springs eternal, and the fans puff out their chests proudly. And nobody in this atmosphere can hide from the truth about how much this game matters. The scene overflows with colour and passion. As you can see, we've already started here. No, that was never going to make it. So, Jim, who would you identify as the key man in this fixture?
Yeah, Marc-Andre ter Stegen. He's got everything you'd want.
Shapes to shoot! Oh, nearly, but nearly is nothing.
That is a really good chance missed, Peter. Certainly the way he's been playing. That's going in strongly.
Kubasi. Now it's Messi. Pedri. The fullback is in acres of space here. Now it's Rafinha. No, that's been intercepted. Oh, look at the space here. Pedri. Camavinga. Koundé powering forward here. Rafinha. I wonder what you've seen, Jim, over the early moments of the game.
Well, neither side has really grabbed the initiative, I would say. Both must have come in with a view of not making...
Yamal! That's a half-decent try. De Jong cuts it out. Rafinha. Back into the middle. Camavinga. Barcelona are still to register a shot on target. As a matter of fact, a shot of any type. It's gone out for a throw-in. Rafinha does well to get it back. Koundé. Bout of passing here, really easy on the eye. Pedri. Oh, good read.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Could move up a gear here. Pedri. Possession football, Jim, we're seeing plenty of it. What is it, though, that really makes it work?
Well, for me, what makes it work is the fact that everyone in this team has the courage to show for the ball. You can't shy away from it. You can't hide. You have to front up in a setup like this, and everyone is doing just that.
You make it sound so simple. And Messi! Rafinha. Luis Suarez. Roberto Carlos.
It's the sort of situation they'll want to capitalise on now.
Koundé. Camavinga. Now it's Luis Suarez.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
Oh dear, less said about that pass the better. How Kubasi cuts out the pass. Pedri. Yamal chasing after it. Well, quality clearly deserted him at the crucial moment.
Clearly is miffed, having made the run and not get picked out.
Passing nice and neat. Lewis. In with a header! Goal! Barcelona! Barcelona are in front!
Barcelona clearly executed that with considerable confidence. It only took seconds to score once the ball was recovered.
Barcelona penetrate first. It is a truly precious lead.
Well, that's changed the mood entirely, as you'd expect, Peter. It'll be fascinating now to see what kind of reaction it will cause.
Camavinga. That is good pressure, just hounded him off it. He is through here. Kubasi gets good distance on it. And here's Messi. Now that looks a decent ball. Spread it left. Rafinha. Now it's Pedri. Messi. He's had a shot. Same again, same outcome.
They're just lacking a cutting edge, Peter, and while that's fairly obvious, the rest of their attacking play is actually quite good.
Roberto Carlos gets it away. Real chance! It's in!
Oh, yeah, it's going.
Well, listen, the writing was on the wall. It looked like this was going to happen, and it has.
ゲームやってっからだよ。俺は今日休みなんだよ。あと2時間後じゃねえかよ。ちょっとね、フォーメを新しくしたからね。やってやろうと思って。一緒にしないでいいね。こっちもスーパー進化しちゃった。やっぱ時代はヤンコレル。ハザール取るやつおる。アクセルファーストの時点でもういらん。絶対いらない。言えないね。それだけはないね。いやもうフェノミナルとモメンタムついてない時点でもチンチンだもん。いやーマジか。
Busquets. And here's Messi. A real chance if he can get through. Camavinga. And the counter-attack is on for Barcelona. Madrid are looking to play on the counter here, aren't they?
Well, I think it's pretty clear they've changed their shape. Certainly when defending at least. Because they've got to be ready to hit them hard on the counter-attack. And that seems to be the plan.
Well seen, saw that coming.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Luis Suarez. Now it's Luis Suarez! Goal! Barcelona! And they get themselves in front!
スアレス最強よ。
1-2 is easier to pull off than most dribbles, and I think we've just seen the proof. Well, I suppose, Peter, in a tight game like this is as good a time as any to make a change.
Barcelona take the lead. Engages and forces him off the ball. Koundé defending his corner stubbornly, stood up very well to his man. And that could set him on his way. Luis Suarez, and the finish! He scored! How good is he right now? His boots twinkling at their golden best. The movement so precise. The finish.
早くね？なんで？きしょ！きしー。うわ、嘘つきや。ん？
何お前ちょっかいかけとったの？おい。
うんふん。 ね、433ね。なんかルカクおるし、まだ使ってんのよルカク。はあ、バカにしてる。
Well, what a sight this is. A beautiful evening and the promise of a match that will really get the juices flowing. And we have in front of us this gloriously imposing arena. Absolutely.
さあ震えるがいい、このフォメに。ああ、
We have already started here. Another pass just keeps it ticking over.
あ、ピ怪しい今。
Defending is unapologetically persistent. It's
怪
almost
しい今
personal.
の。
And it had to be. Camavinga. Great ball and he's in here.
Now there's a headline maker.
何が？
Local point for any
はい？
Yeah, I suspect he may
おかしいやろ今の。
holding midfielder, but that seems wrong when you know how good he
やべ。
is. 30 yards forward.
Bellingham. Lukaku. He's had it taken off him.
ないないないな
Well seen. Saw that.
い。ないない
That
ない
was
な。
well played, well stopped.
Camavinga. And it's Lukaku. And that interception was most necessary.
スリー。
He read that really well and stopped it.
Pull it. Neither side especially adventurous early on.
You can never be short of runners into space, as long as the space left behind is filled.
Pull it.
うわずり。
Lukaku.
うわうわうわうわ
On it.
うわ止まった。
Lukaku. Bellingham.
それはカットよ。
Interception. Ernest. Dixon.
おい
Good running.
ディ
Strong.
クソン。
Purposeful.
誰も使ってないやろリー・ディクソンなんて今。
Well, both teams are proceeding with caution, but there's plenty of time to wait for some attacking purpose.
おいタッチでかすぎだろ。
Enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise. Pull it.
危ない危ない。
Balls over the line, and it is a corner.
Well, look, they know they've got a height advantage, and it's time for them to use it.
Terrific
危ない。
header. He's missed, but not by that
それでかう方。
That's a little
ボスゴリラだ。
a lot of people worried then.
Not the best distribution from the keeper. And it's Lukaku. Shot could be on. Real chance.
はいはいはいはいはい。にはぶち抜いた方が良かったんじゃないの今。
Actually didn't do an awful lot wrong, to be honest.
Is their second corner of the game. Bullet clears it away.
そりゃ無理でしょ。
Loose ball now, and there's a chase on to retrieve it.
はい
And now
はい。
a sudden chance to counter.
うわ、
That is good pressure, just hounded him off it.
焦って前出しちゃったね。
Yeah. Nice
はい
sequence of passes this.
はい。
Pedri.
If they want to counter, they could do with more
は
space.
い。
Dixon. Pedri. And here's Suarez. Camavinga. And here's Suarez. Decent hit.
く
Was probably asking just tూ much.
He did very well trying to adjust himself, but not the expected outcome.
ないないないないないないない
This could be a chance. Pops him off
ない
in
ない
the
ないないないない。
Pirlo. Venice. Luis Suarez.
マジそれ届くか。いやいやいやいやいや
As I thought, Peter, it looks like this is
Hey.
a side that's setting themselves up for a counter-attack.
おカマビ
For the early ball, the big one over the
はいはい
top.
は
Yeah, and those that are up top, Peter, have to be willing to chase.
い。なになになになに。あ、バカにした
Ready now to
今
reach
バカにしたね。
And they have got just the right players for that. Maldini. And Dixon. Looks to the other side. Camavinga. Pullet.
うわ、
Vieira producing a good steal there, showing a good level of alertness. Now it's Lukaku. Oh, good read.
That's great positioning. So good from him. It's the sort of situation they'll want to capitalise on now.
And it's Pullet. Played it back.
That's good pressure. It gave him no other choice.
え、なんでおい、ペドリだよい。
And here's the chance to counter. Pullet. Gerrard.
はい。
And that's been intercepted.
そこはもう読み読みの読みです
That's
か
the
ら。
end of that. It all started well enough.
く
Split second reaction.
That's very, very good. You can't ask for much more than that.
Pirlo standing over it. And now they can spring out of defence. And the shot's on here.
いやー、マジ
Yeah. Cantona. And the whistle goes for half time.
こっちセンターバックビエラだからなめないでもらっ
A
て。
game which has been of a very high level, certainly defensively, as both teams walk off unscathed. A tight affair, 0-0 at the break.
何言ってんの
Stage, but certainly not devoid of action. It is 0-0 here at half time.
この強さは分かってねえよ。じゃまだまだだね。
Whistle goes, and we start the second half. So neither side has yet broken through. And it's Pullet. Vieira gets a foot in here. Well, the defence just about came out on
Wha-
top, but they were certainly
うわ
tested. Lukaku.
はい、それは
Well, it
そん
didn't
な
work for a while, but that was brave defending, and they got away with it.
Well, I thought they got off lightly there. The odds were stacked against them.
ちょっとトラップおちんちんや。
Bellingham. Gerrard. Oh, good read.
That was well played, well stopped.
うん、大丈夫かおい。
Camavinga. Now it's Luis Suarez.
はい。おお
Loose.
あ今のは
Now it's
今のは赤野郎。
Great ball if he can get there. He's through. Now is he?
本当に来たのかな。はいはいはいはい。
Ernest. Now it's Pullet. Dixon gets his pass away. Plays the ball back.
Modern football for you.
え、違う違う違う違う。おい。
Towards the hour mark and still no goals.
はいはいはいはい、ビエラ。これがセンターバックビエラ。カードこんな。
The temptation to go to his pocket is just a stern lecture. So we've reached the hour mark.
はいはいはい。
Pirlo.
これがおい。はい、ナイスパス。
Oh, that's wonderful.
うわ、今のはずるいね。
Frustrating game so far. Certainly in terms of the scoreline, it remains 0-0. Camavinga. That's a good ball out wide. Pedri. Bout of passing here, really easy on his.
こういうことよ。こういうことなんよ。あー。うんうんうんうんうん。
a joy to watch.
So the first goal of the game.
Well, when the going gets tough, it's
こういうことなんよ。
they can
く
still
そ。
turn this round, I think.
Your impressions so far, Jim?
There's a lot of football still to be played, Peter, so ideally they need to maintain an attacking endeavour.
Luis Suarez. Luis Suarez! And kept out by the most elastic of saves.
Suarez is offering a wry smile there.
こういうことなんよ。うーん。ちょっと強すぎて困っちゃってんじゃないの。ここ誰にするか問題なんやな。
Sides then taking this chance to turn to their benches. So that's two now without reply.
To be expected, Peter. They've gone and stepped it up. Something they've been threatening
なんやねんそのパス。
will continue to do by the looks of it.
はいはいはい。
Quite a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. Into the last quarter of an hour. Shevchenko. Yaya Toure. Camavinga.
A lot of space here, a real opportunity.
うわ。
Bergomi did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on. Oh, super find.
はいはいはい。
Yaya Toure. Now it's Ronaldinho.
はいはいはい。あ、こっち側だわ、そんな。
And just about into the home straight. Van Basten. And he's found a way past.
はいはいはいはいはいはい。はいはいはいはい。
So, third quarter of the game.
それはまあまあまあ。
And now a sudden chance to counter. And it's Gerrard. Has a look and plays it forward. Well, he's not happy with that challenge.
この波状攻撃。うわ。
Toure showed plenty of zest in getting to the
はい
ball,
はい。
but couldn't
焦
quite
っちゃっ
sort
て
it
る
out.
ね。
Oh, what a ball! Ernest.
あ、それはずるいな今の。はいはいはいはいはい。
And they can counter here. He can run onto that. Oh, that's fabulous. He's had it!
まあまあまあまあ。
Yeah, typically for him, that was the furthest thing from easy, but it still didn't stop him having a go.
Corner number 2 then. Passing
いやー違うね。ナイスナイスナイスナイス。ほいほい。はい、あ、はいはいはいはいはいはいはいはいはいはい。
What a satisfying
こういうことなんよ
moments
ね。
at times of determination and occasionally magic. Simply
なんか言ってるわ。いや いや、わかんないな。私は仏になったのだ。いや、これ。なんか言ってるわ。何が化石なのね。バカにしてんのかわいい。
Welcome to those who have joined us all here on a beautiful, clear evening. The conditions contributing to a fantastic atmosphere in the stands. This really is the place to be. And the mood is boisterous. It is a perfect ambience for the central characters who are ready now to perform. We have already started here. Gives it back.
Modern football for you and all that pressing.
Pedri. Pedri goes steaming forward. And here's Pullet.
いやー、フリットに当てろよ。私は何も思わない。そう、仏だから。それカッティング。それはね、さすがに無理か。はい、それはカッティング。くぅ。くぅ。惜しいね。うちの7番って誰？今ボールキープの鬼だったけど。え？いやいやいやいやいや。え？怖いって。そこに戻すやつおらんって。そんな堂々と。え、これコントローラー壊れてる？もしかして。7番リー・ディクソンだよね。やっぱディクソン強えわこいつ。うわうわやってる。はははは。そんなチンチンパスじゃ無理よー。はいはいはい、来た来た来たー。でと、おおあーく何なんだお前、このブースター1個ピルロ強えから。これね、コーナーね。うん。あれバカにしてたカマビンガに決められちゃってんね。うちのカマビーに決められちゃってるやん。ああ。なんでやねんお前おかしいやろ。 何がシェフチンコだよ、下ネタみたいな名前しやがって。おちょ、危ない。あ、やばい、これやばい。ここ。よし。いやもうこうなんて。怖ない、そんな。技のないコーナー。まずキッカーがフリットって終わってる。あー、危ない。キッカーフリットって化石かよーい。はい、うわ、ビエラ、はい、こういうことなんよね。はい、おい、こう組み立てね。はい、うわ、ファールや。あれはファールや。ないね。こっち川文化だから。てってる。カマビンガをスパサブで使うようじゃまだまだだね。いや違うね。そういけると思った。マルディーニよこっちとら。これディクソン独走。はい、止まる。取れましたね。カマビンガーに取られてるよ。くそ。はい。トランスルで、おい、何したお前。あれれれれじゃないのよ。はい。その読みの、なんでそっちまで行っちゃうの。バルベルデ化石使っとるね。バルベルデなんて化石使っとるな。そんな使ってる人もおらんで今。はい。はい、こういうことね。はい。はい。それはもう。いや、時間見てなかった。1点決められたって俺。おかしいな。支配率 62%。素晴らしいね。いや違うね。もう一個奥だね。
hoping perhaps for a little bit more from both parties in the second half. But the score at half-time is 1-1.
そんなんもう
Start of the second half.
そんなんもうアウトです。やっちゃいけないよそれは。
And it's Pirlo. It's a pretty loose
え、
pass.
なんで？
Shevchenko. This is promising.
はい。
Dini kept his eye on it, and he's there. Pirlo. Oh, perfectly measured that. Valverde. Gerrard. Maldini kept aware, and it is reclaimed easily.
やばいね。
He's found some space. And the shot!
くそが。
It's hardly a great surprise to see him doing something thrilling, and it should send a strength and courage through every one of his teammates from here.
The invitation was clear, and it was accepted with the utmost glee.
Well, the finish looked a guarantee once he was found all
Hey.
alone, and it's criminal
トラップ
defending.
デカオ。
Milan get themselves into the lead, and it is it's Lewis.
こおい、ふざけんなよ。ふざけんな。完璧じゃねえかよ、おい。
Well, they are still trailing, and they require a change of fortune pretty sharpish. Tries a shot!
うわ。
He's cleared it out of harm's way.
That's what has to be done now. No
そ
question
りゃ無
about it.
理だよ。
They're coming again and again.
A lucky break would certainly help their cause now.
Ronaldinho. He's
おう、こい。お前、ふざけやがってこいつらさっきから。
Pedri. And here's Ronaldinho.
おビビビビビ。
Gerrard.
うわ、使ってきた。チートだ。
Passing is crisp and sharp. That's a deception. His positioning was spot on. And he has slightly undercooked that one.
Milan clearly should have gone for the easier pass. Now they'll have to quickly regroup.
なんで伸びんのそれ。
Yeah.
私は怒らない。仏だからね。
Pull it.
なあ。
Valverde. Chef straight hit.
危な。
Split second reaction.
Shevchenko is offering a right smile there.
うーん。
Milan get their fourth corner. Oh, what a
危な。危ねえ。
And he's there to belt it away. Gonna be disappointed with that. It's clear to see that he has got a
あの体勢が立って出せるわけねえだろうい。
Simple miscalculation. No more, no less.
kicked out brilliantly.
おかしい。おい、悪すぎるやろ今のは。
Not quite right. His teammates are irritated at that. Now it's Owen. Valverde. Owen. Mbappe. Owen. Decent hit.
えぐ。おい、今のシュートはおかしいやろ。
Within sight of the finish line.
Well, we've seen the hunger to win it.
やべえ、バレてるやん。
It count. A very tasty combination.
なんで？
Now is two.
Surely, Peter, we're not.
危ない。よしよしよしよしよしよし。
Desperate to get on the score sheet. Not this time.
Milan really putting a few chances together here. Taking one can only add to such good momentum now.
しんどいですね。で、ブースターのテクニックで足元強化はあるので、
He gets big.
チームで
危ない危ない。よしよしよし。
And that would have won it.
Well, his movement has certainly picked up. He's got that decisive goal on his mind.
ピンクのねチェイシングと、まあ、真下に
He welcomes it in. And he's managed to get free.
さすがにね。それはさすがに。
So good. Such sharp skills. And such a delicious finish.
And how easy did he make that look? That is supreme.
ないので、普通に強いかなと。
We have got ourselves a game here.
I think they've done so
Ooh,
well
ah.
to get back in it, but it's important now that they don't become over-eager in chasing another. They only need
そん
one
な
more
適
chance.
当パス通るわけない。
Milan can afford to settle on seeing this one out by running down the clock, I think.
エンターライジングとか、ヒルトに関ですね、出番終盤後にエア渡しますけど、まあ、動かないスペースを持ってる。
Oh, that could set him on his way. Now, can he find a finish?
ないないないないないないないないないない。そりゃそうよ。
Slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time.
Well, the further he went, the more attention he attracted. There was just way too
Kami.
much pressure for him to get.
ナイスカービィ。
Well, they shouldn't be dawdling at this stage. They need to get the ball in the mixer and quickly.
いやおい。
Very necessary. And the number on the board is 3. Dixon.
はいはいはい、危ない危ない危ない危ない危ないね。こういうことなんやね。
Magic. What a magical football match.
勝ったと思っちゃったね今ね。いやー2点差から追いつくのは気持ちいい気持ちいい。やっぱ負けない、これ大事。パン食べちゃおう。うわ外役。麦ちょっと飲み物取ってこんやお。ふうふうふうふう。
今週もコナミさんへの献上ができたんで、
サボるべきじゃないやっぱり。酒飲んでではモンスターだわ。なめんなよ。普通のシンプルなノーマルだよ。それ多分合ってないね、体質が。俺もさすがに3本とか飲むとうわ具合悪いってなるけど、持ってます。ずっと使ってるわ。何言ってんだ。いやなんかウディさんが5バックのやつをやってて丸パクリしたけど今んとこ結構いいね。違うんだよこれ、守備を固くしたいわけじゃないのよ。やっぱ時代はパスサッカー。当たり前やん。言っときゃうちのチームシムフ誰もおらんから。うわそれ届くんかい。あでこっち来る。で出すとこないでしょ。集められてる。よしよしよし。そううわずるっ。危ない危ない危ない。
They've got a healthy number of very tall targets to pick out from this corner.
Oh, smashing head. It's fallen
危な
completely here.
危ね
Got rid because he was under pressure.
はい、そこはもうフリットのかっさらい能力。ファールです。そんな
Tomiyasu. It's Ronaldinho. It's Ronaldinho. Gerrard. And he was quick to
それはもう
react.
かっさらいや。
This looks sharp. Pull it.
いやーパス出さんくてよかったか。
I wonder what you've seen, Jim, over the early moments of the game.
Well, both sides seem happy with the patient approach for now. Still trying to
おいないないないな
look at one another.
Mbappe. Ronaldinho.
い。いや
It's a goal kick. Pirlo. Camavinga. Mbappe. And he's in on goal.
うわ
There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. Araujo
Yeah.
makes the interception.
それは無理でしょ。
Pirlo. So we're still where we started right now. Oh, that's a key interception. Now it's Mbappe.
はいはいはい。
Camavinga.
取れないやそれ。
Ronaldinho.
うわ今のは怪しい。
There was no way through. Pull it. Bit of a communication breakdown there, it seems. Valverde.
はい。
Mbappe. Oh, this is a great position.
く
Oh, it's come loose. Pirlo. it's Mbappe. Valverde.
はい。
Mbappe. Oh, what has happened here? Well, there
う
was
わ
an element of promise insofar as they kept the ball well, but they did very little with it. Valverde. Rummenigge. Decent hit.
いやー、そっち寄ったね。
The breakthrough strike.
Milan clearly executed that with considerable confidence. It only took seconds to score once the ball was recovered.
So we have
ガラガラのガラ。
Well, this will present the
そっ
manager
ち
with a few interesting options, Peter. Try sitting on this or
マジ
with the opposition now forced to come out.
いや、出てないね。あ、差別です。差別侮辱。あ、もう罪でかいね。はい。
intercepted.
That was well played, well stopped.
うわうわうわうわ、出てる。
Milan look happy to sit back for the moment here.
Yeah, everything they're doing screams counter-attack, but it's a long counter-attack. When they win it back, they're not wasting any time. They're just trying to get the runners away as quickly as possible.
Pirlo.
Oh, good ball.
こういうこと。ノックオンです。
Once more, we are all square. You score, we score.
Yeah, and analysis of the goal
強すぎるな。
to the importance of a committed reaction. This is wonderful to watch.
Not a defender in sight.
来た来た来た来た。
It isn't rocket science, is it?
はい。来た来た来た。 一瞬の隙をね、見逃さない。大事ね、これ。で、ここね。もう読み読みの読みだね。これは無理しない。こういうこと。うわー、マジ？で、ここ。いやー、そっちか。くー。はいはい、焦っちゃってるね。あの。はい、よしよしよしよしよしよし。はいはいはいはいはい。はあ。全部まあね、ちゃんとね、いいところまでやってるんでね。うわ、マジか。お、何しとん。はい、こういうこと。うわくー。
It's easy to say it, but difficult to stop it when runs in behind are being made like that.
Gerrard, and it's Gullit. Oh, great ball! It's Gerrard! He scored! It's
はあ。
what a match we have!
Wow, this is so good. I mean, seriously good. They're putting on quite a show here for us.
There was no getting to that, no getting to it at all. Expertly done.
He had the whole picture in his head, Peter. He didn't even look at the goalkeeper.
いやー、そっちか。
And not for the first time.
Yeah, it's a very good contest with two very good sides and with such great individual talent on show. They could climb.
はいく
Oh, super ball. Pirlo.
いや違うね
We're in for an intriguing second half now. Contrasting moods that could reverse in a flash.
おいおいおいお
Be quick moving this forward. Owen.
いはい
Pedri. And Dixon. Pirlo. Reynildo spots it and intercepts. And it's Owen.
はいはいはいないないないない
That was brave.
そんなんない
Away with it. Oh, that's
はいはいはい
brilliantly defended, though. It looked destined for a goal.
Pull it. Nicely weighted.
はいはいはい
Look at the spread.
はいこっちはいはいはいはいはい
With that, he takes home the match ball. Yeah, great movement and great use of space to get on the end of the pass, and that pretty much did it.
And that means just one
こういう
thing.
ことね
Match ball. Well, he's been the outstanding
Hi,
player
hi.
on the pitch and devastating in front of the goal. What a display. What a...
Gerrard. Valverde.
はいはい
Well seen.
なんで
Saw that coming.
That was well played, well stopped.
Valverde.
Hi, hi.
Out, well played. And it's Pirlo. He's going to be disappointed with that. Pullet is herring after that one. Now it's Pullet. Oh, that's all
い
spotted.
や
Thuram kept his eye on it, and he's there. Pirlo. Oh, it's a promising build-up, this.
いやないないないないないなになになになに言いがかり
Milan are looking to break at pace. Now it's Pullet.
はいはいはいはいはいはい
Ronaldinho. Mbappe. Good read, needed to be.
There's a real appetite from them to
Hi,
finally
hi,
put this
hi,
game
hi.
to bed, but will they?
はいはいはいはいはいはいはいはいいやそっちか
Good alertness.
はいはいはい
Ball would have led to a very different outcome there.
Ah, quality deserted them when they really needed it.
No way through, so back it comes. And here's Ronaldinho.
あ痛い痛い痛い痛い痛いよそれは
And vulnerable, and he knew he had to do something to prevent a goal. And well, he knows he has the ability to put this exactly where he wants. He'll always back himself.
He's shaping up to have a crack. Ronaldinho
はは
for a goal.
くるくるくるくる
Maybe it's a finish of the highest order. 2 up and threatening to pull clear. Well, that was wonderful in every
Yeah.
regard. Vision, concept, and
Hi.
considerable accuracy.
Well, he made it look effortless. Clear.
焦っちゃってんじゃないのくそ
So the lead now is 2.
Yeah, I can't think of a better time, Peter, to get that 2-goal cushion.
はいはいはいおおー誰誰誰それ誰それ
Araujo picks it up from the goal kick. Laid back in. Back when it goes. Oh, shooting chance!
危な危ないよーしよしよしよし
And he can clear it away. Mbappe. Pirlo.
いやーそこずれんの
His positioning was spot on. Stood up well to him there. Not too much more here than seeing out time, and time is very nearly seen out. And the number on the board is 3.
はいはいはい
Dixon. Pirlo. And that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it.
はいはいはいはい。こういうことなんやな。
What a fantastic game from those players.
あいよー。何それ。えぐ。え、それキーパーいるの？ちゃん、ああ。じゃあ意味ないやん。終わってんな。いや、フォワード陣が微妙やな、今回。
So welcome one and all to a picturesque evening here. A clear night, all the ingredients for a showcase game that the passionate crowd demands. And we have in front of us this gloriously imposing arena. Absolutely perfect for a game of this nature.
あ、
The action has already started. Oh, good read.
That's great positioning. So good from him.
And it's Fullet. Not the most accurate pass.
さすがに無理か。さすがに勝てよ。お前何やったん？何やったん？
Jim, you've played in games of this nature. Who can make the difference?
Well, who else but Hazard? A slalom like through.
He's got the shot!
はあ、おい、ふざけんなよ、お前よ。
That's a little unfortunate. He had a lot of people worried then.
何しとん？
Looking to squeeze it through. Valverde.
やばい。
Rummenigge. Oh, good ball. Shots on.
はいはいはいはい、ないないないないないないない。ないに決まっとるやん。まあ、うますぎるカッティング。
Milan looking to force their way through.
カッティングよ、今のは。
Seen Jim over the early moments of the game.
Well, both sides seem happy with the patient approach.
え
Still trying to have a good look at one another.
はい。
And that
なんでやねん。
interception was most necessary.
That was well played, well stopped.
And that's been intercepted.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Hazard. Valverde.
おお、また抜き。おしよしよしよし。
And forces him off the ball. Nedved. Quarter of an hour played. And he was quick to react. Well seen. Saw that
Okay.
coming.
That's great
Okay.
positioning. So good from him.
Luis Suarez. Oh, shoots
Good.
the chance.
マジ？
He's keen, determined to have his say.
ジーニョ。
Lacking the cutting edge, Peter, and while that's fairly obvious, the rest of their attacking play is actually quite good.
And we have our very first corner.
でコーナー決めちゃうよー。
Can he finish? It's loose and there's a race for the ball. Rummenigge gets it clear. Milan are looking to go forward now. Oh, well played, well played. No way through, so back it comes. Dixon.
ディクソン。
Oh, lovely feeding is such a good move.
いやーそっちかい。わおしおしナイスナイス。
Was well played, well stopped.
いやいや出てない、絶対出てない。こればっかりは絶対に出てない。いや出てない。ほらいやいやいやいやいやいや、うわうわうわうわうわ。うわ、これチートまた使ってるよ、チート。
Well, it's a nice idea, but the execution
これしよう。
and that has
Ah.
left him in a heap.
ファールだよ。
And it's Hullet. Neither side yet able to find the net.
うわ、それ
Oh, the movement
Aye.
is slick, the speed is slick.
違うね。
Defense though able to hold on this time. Now it's Luis Suarez. Yeah. Hazard. Well, that's beautifully weighted. And he's on that. Oh!
その距離には無理よ。
Superbly there. Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played.
さすがに厳しいものありけりね。
Oh, what a
Hi.
fly! Denied by an instinctive save. That's
おってよ。え、何言ってんの？
half an hour played now.
うわ、
Gerrard.
はい。
Beautifully policed that midfield.
ナイスカット、おい。
Handcuffed.
時間かけすぎ。あああ
Great position here. This might spell danger. And the finish.
あああ、これがロナウジーニョ。
Blood drawn.
Look, there just wasn't much of a
もう
gap
この点入ったせいであいつイエローなくなったやんけ。
fine drive.
うわ、ずるっ。
The keeper could have really planned for that.
点数と引き換えに、まあでかすぎる代償だな。
Yeah, it's rare that one is enough though, Peter. I get the feeling they're
Aye.
wanting another as soon as possible. It looks very much like they'd be happy to settle for this narrow lead.
はいはい
Net yet.
ドゥンはーい。
Hot knife through butter. They have done it again.
That looks like a preconceived plan. Win the ball and then unleash.
So
What?
that's two now without reply.
No doubt as to who has the momentum here now.
それはちょっと無理があったね。
Ronaldinho. Camavinga.
危な。
Time and again they are repelled. And here's Suarez. Yeah. And the counter-attack is on for Milan. And that interception was most necessary.
OK。
He read that really
ネドベドいいとこにいるやん。
Nedved. And it's Owen.
はい。
Oh, good read.
That's great positioning. So good from him.
Passing is crisp and sharp.
はいはいはいはい。
He's had a look. And he's
Mm, 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 mm.
for half-time. What do you think we're up to after 45 minutes?
Well, they had their opponents reeling in that half, Peter, and the break may influence a change somehow, but don't hold me to it.
A half of massive entertainment and excitement. A two-goal margin, yes. And all
No, no.
things still possible. We're already back up and running after half-time. So both teams emerge the same as they were before the break.
うわマジか。
Disappointed with that. Now it's Hazard. And he welcomes it in.
そこテュラムの守備範囲だから。
Dixon. And it's
これ
Pierre.
ディクソン。
Ronaldinho. Oh, good spread. Looking tidy in possession here. Owen. Valverde. That looks a cracking ball.
さすがにね。
Maldini. Ronaldinho. It's a really well measured ball. Played back in. And the shot.
こういうこと。
They are well and truly out of sight.
こういうことなんですね。
Surely that settles it. How very
やべやべやべやべ
smart.
や
He
べやべ。
just got it right.
Well, look, he moves
あ、守備の枚数いるよ。はい、それは無理無理無理無理。
3-0 and things are starting to look awfully cozy. Camavinga.
ここは落ち着いていかないと。
Well, they've stamped some authority on things, but how much more authority can be generated?
はいはいはいはい。
Fullback is in acres of space here. Ronaldinho. Brilliant.
ああ、惜しい。惜しい。
Is their second corner of the game.
ねコーナー来るって分かってても止められるかな。おい、何やっとん。
And now a sudden chance to counter.
はいはいはいはい。
And that interception was most necessary.
はいはいはいはい。
Well stopped.
Rummenigge. Now it's Gerrard. Now it's Hazard. Now it's Owen. Oh, truly brave defending.
Well, what can you say about that? Just about everything was stacked against him.
カマビン
Still
ガ。
came through.
うわマジか。そりゃまあ無理でしょ。
Pirlo. Sprinted tidily. Oh, beautifully shaped.
いえ、なんでやねん。そもそもそっちちゃうねん。
Offside.
このロナウジーニョが走り込んでたとこに出してほしかったね。ここで登場ヤヤトゥーレ。ヤヤトゥーレ。
Sides then taking this chance to turn to their benches. And here's Bale. Always onto this.
お、
Bale was alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless. Oh, expected better, and so did he.
はい。
He undercooked that one.
Milan clearly didn't help themselves by telegraphing that one. It was always going to be intercepted.
うわマジ？チャンス。
And here's Bale.
く
The message is clear. None shall pass.
く。
Nedved. Mbappe.
おおおお。
Ernest. Rummenigge. Ernest. Camavinga looking to hit the byline here. Showing good feet. Just a quarter of an hour to play.
そっちかい。
Nedved. Here's Rafael Leao.
オフちゃうのそれ。
Oh, it's Van Basten. And it's Nedved.
えぐすぎるってそれは。
They're back within reach.
絶対止めたと思ったのに。
No problem. You just cannot stop him.
Well, he had to deal with an awful lot of unwanted attention, but his tenacity won the day.
So is this the start of a comeback? That's been intercepted. intercepted.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Back into the middle. Thinks one through.
いやーうわスポーツマンシップがないわ。それはやばいわ。外役
Rafael Leao. Now it's Mbappe. That has
はいはい
been
は
cut short. Ernest. And he's intervened well there. Well seen.
いはいはいはい
Coming.
That's great
Aye.
positioning. So good from him.
はあはい
He won't be happy with that one. And he's gone backward here. And the shot! Nedved. Valverde. Van Basten. Oh, it's Van Basten.
はいはいはい
Stood up well to
これペドリ
keep the ball and you win the game. It really is that simple. Yaya Toure.
これヤヤトゥーレ
Will be 2 minutes. Ernest.
く
Come loose.
いやーそっち
Yeah.
まあまあまあまあまあまあまあまあまあまあまあ
Well, don't you just love it when a plan comes together? Victory never in doubt.
もうなんか言っとるよこいついいあれ今日1回でも勝ったかなあれ勝ったっけあれ覚えてないな勝ちすぎちゃって覚えてないかなまあまあまあリベンジ待ってるぜPK スキトレ50枚ぐらいくれるあカス誰がいるんそれ誰が欲しいのそれまあまあまあまあまあうん今日何時までな遅えなおいまあまあリベンジまあね待ってるようんリベンジ待ってるんでまたリベンジしていただいてまあねまあこんな状態じゃねまあやりきれないと思うからまあリベンジしてスッキリしないとねまあスッキリできるかどうかはわからないけどねまあまあまあまあ
first time this season to everybody around the world, and we have for you a clash of two teams with very similar intentions. A statement win at the expense of the other would be the ideal scenario for both. A flying start is certainly required. Well, there's a real familiarity about these scenes here as followers of one of the most formidable teams in the history of football, ensuring that yet again this will be an occasion for the game's ultimate glitterati. Well, if you did just miss it, we are up and running already. No way through. Messi. And it's Messi. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. The wait had become maddening for Argentina fans. 28 years since their last major title. They finally managed it. And it was, of course, largely down to this man.
Yeah, and they won it in the best way possible against Brazil.
Messi! This time, surely! And the whistle's gone, presumably for offside.
Well, they won't be deterred from trying again, Peter. They have the bit between their teeth now.
Now it's Messi. He's been picked out. It's anyone's ball now. Rafinha. It's been a pretty high-octane start, at least from one side's perspective.
Well, they've made all the inroads and their confidence is taking on a growth spurt.
This interception, his positioning was spot on. And that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Vinicius Junior, and back it goes.
He's got no choice here. He had to go backwards.
Valde gets over and intercepts. Pedri. Yamal will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. Well, there is a look that says it all. A piercing stare.
He made it look a bit predictable.
There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. Now it's Luis Suarez, and the flag has stayed down. Lovely feet. And here's Messi. Neither side yet able to force a breakthrough here. Here's a man adored by many, even deified by some. Well read, and the danger is averted. Yamal. Eric Garcia. And it's Lewandowski. Yamal. Oh, that is a nice touch. Great defending, strong and determined. Yamal really struggling to influence the game.
He needs a minder, and one of his teammates should be picking up on that, and quickly.
Looking tidy in possession here. Rafinha. Now it's Rafinha. Passing is crisp and sharp. De Jong cuts it out. 15 minutes till half-time. Rafinha. And that could set him on his way. That pass is somewhat less than ideal. And Messi! Goal! Barcelona! It was a great finish. He put it away with great poise, dead-eye accuracy.
He had the whole picture in his head, Peter. He didn't even look at the goalkeeper.
Barcelona. And the finish! Goal! Barcelona! That is remarkable! All square in a matter of moments.
Yeah, since going a goal down, they've dug in to produce a really fine spell, which for me deserved that equaliser.
Complete awareness. He understood what was needed and he executed it smoothly.
Well, the finish looked a guarantee once he was found all alone, and it's criminal defending.
Barcelona had the equaliser and we're all square.
Well, there's resilience for you, Peter. As a side, they never lost focus despite the setback, and this is thoroughly merited. For me, now they can go one better, possibly.
Pedri, that's really well manoeuvred. 5 minutes till the break. Oh, good read.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Camavinga, now it's Vinicius Junior. Pass is coming off in quick succession here. Pedri, couldn't squeeze it through. Messi, and here's Suarez. Can he put it away? Yamal, who's steaming forward. He won't be happy with that one. Pedri. Well played, that has snuffed out the danger. And that'll be the final action of the first half. Barcelona head back in at the break after a first half that has been, from a scoreline point of view in any case, an even one. Both sides have contributed in equal measure, neither looking overly under pressure from the other. And at the break, glass half full, half empty. It's 1-1. Some first half thoughts?
That was a fantastic 45 minutes of football. I'm really hopeful of more of the same in this second half.
So both teams heading off for the break. An interesting game has brewed up here, hoping perhaps for a little bit more from both parties in the second half, but the score at half-time is 1-1. So we're straight back at it at the start of the second half.
Barcelona have been the team that have had the lion's share of possession and chances. Okay, they haven't got much to show for it, but I think it's a case of keep going and eventually you'll get your break.
Now it's Rafinha. An instinctive delivery. Defending of the desperate variety.
Barcelona making a fresh attempt to release someone in behind for...
Great chance! Oh, the ball's run loose here. Oh, that is masterful defending. Luis Suarez. That has been cut short. And it's Messi. Now it's Lewandowski. Oh, nicely intercepted. Camavinga. Vinicius Junior. Neither of these two want to come off second best. Very nicely done. And here's Messi. Roberto Carlos. The ball is loose and the chase is on. Now it's Messi. He's had a hit! Goal! Barcelona! And the comeback is complete. That is so good. Such sharp skills and such a delicious finish.
Oh, what a finish. I mean, an instinctive finish at that, and he probably didn't even have time to think about it too much.
Barcelona get themselves into the lead.
Look, he's the one everyone expects to put the ball in the net. That's what he's paid to do.
He's in plenty of space here. Messi. Oh, facing up to chance to finish. Oh, the ball's come loose here. Driving forward. Oh, he's defended very well against those tricky feet. Right, looked promising, but the final ball is just not quite right. Now it's Vinicius Junior. And he's hits one! And it's in! And with that goal comes comfort! That really is quite fabulous. All his own doing.
Yeah, and having the thrust to get there is one thing. Having the composure to score is another.
Well, that has changed the dynamic somewhat.
To be expected, Peter. They've gone and stepped it up. Something they've been threatening to do and will continue to do by the looks of it.
Now it's Vinicius Junior. Pedri kept aware, and it is reclaimed easily. And he's managed to get free. That has earned a reprieve for the time being. Balde. Rafinha. Challenge just a bit on the firm side. Yeah, he's pulled him up for that challenge. Camavinga gets his final warning.
He just needs to find the control button on his aggression before the ref does it for him, Peter.
75 minutes played. And it's Lewandowski. Barcelona finding their passes. Yamal showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it out. Luis Suarez, who's had it nicked away. Well, it didn't look good for a while, but that was brave defending, and they got away with it.
Yeah, they showed a vulnerability until the move was stifled. That'll have stirred a little concern.
Camavinga, and that's been intercepted.
That was well played, well stopped.
Vinicius Junior, Messi, and that's gone behind for a goal kick. Koundé. It's Pedri. And it's Messi. Driving on and making good progress. Bumps him off it and wins back the ball. Messi. Just 5 minutes left. Lewandowski. Koundé. Out of play for a goal kick. Rafinha. Messi. Lewandowski. Has a goal! They've scored! With so little time left. Grandstand finish.
Well, we've seen the hunger to win it back and the focus to make it count. A very tasty combination.
Barcelona give themselves a chance of a fairy tale finish.
Well, the mindset has changed. Now they need to find all the courage they can get.
And it's Messi. Gently done. Yamal is in a really good position out wide. And that is as far as it goes. Perfect result, perfect outcome. So it is that time again. Every team looks to write its own special script. Moments like this are to be savoured. Hopes are high. A good start. That is what they all want. Really is quite a sight to behold this. It feels like a big game. It looks like a big game. Mind you, they all do at this ground. Just joining us, we are already underway. Vinicius Junior is sporting a guilty look after that.
Yeah, the idea was right. The delivery wasn't. They can revisit that further on.
Madrid have Valverde! Now it's Griezmann. And that has been cleared. And that is a little undercooked. Good running, strong and purposeful. Mendy makes the interception. Jim, who do you reckon is pivotal?
Well, Peter, this team has a great engine room in the shape of this guy, Tchouaméni. The Frenchman being a robust, relentless pressing machine.
And the shot! Goal!
Well, once more, it's him. And we can't be surprised because his instinct for doing this is incredible. Well, we've seen the hunger to win it back and the focus to make it count. A very tasty combination.
So we have had the first significant moment. It is 1-0.
Oh, he's just loving that. Certainly gives you a very unique feeling. Tremendous.
Now it's Guti. He could be in here. And he's intervened well there. Ter Stegen punts it upfield. Quarter of an hour played. Madrid finding their passes. Oh, that's wonderful alertness. Camavinga. And if you have just joined us, still just one goal between them. And the score is 1-0. Now it's Luis Suarez. Skillfully cut out. He is so at ease on the ball. Now it's Luis Suarez. It's Luis Suarez! That had everyone off their seats.
Suarez probably tried a bit too hard then. He should have relied on technique as opposed to power.
Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. Solid defending, refused to be outmuscled. And it's Luis Suarez. Messi. He's made sure that's not getting through. And there's the clearance. He's had a fair tumble under that challenge. He won't be happy with that one. Well, there is a look that says it all. A piercing stare.
Well, that's down to a simple miscalculation. No more, no less.
Well seen. Saw that coming.
That was well played, well stopped.
Still no way through. The defending here is resolute. Now it's Messi. Luis Suarez. And here's Messi. Could try cutting inside here. Camavinga. Madrid look happy to sit back for the moment here.
Yeah, everything they're doing screams counter-attack, but it's a long...
He's had a hit!
That's just playing it safe and simple.
Pedri stands tall and stands strong. Pedri cuts out the pass. Camavinga. And it's Luis Suarez. Looking tidy in possession here. Guti. That is good pressure, just hounded him off it. Vinicius Junior.
This is what good chemistry is all about.
Guti. And it's Messi. Well, played right into his path. He's shifting through the gears here. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through.
Well, the further he went, the more attention he attracted. There was just way too much pressure for him to get the shot away.
Guti. Mbappe. Valverde. The ball's gone astray.
Look, I'm sure he'll deny it, Peter, but the keeper didn't have that covered.
And it's Roberto Carlos. And here's Vinicius Junior. Chance! Oh, the ball's run loose here. Tries to get it clear. Oh, nice one too, very nice. And it's half-time here. Well, it's a half which has simmered along nicely, warming up to what may be a more open second half to follow.
There's plenty of positives to take despite the lead being so small, Peter. I think playing well, good energy, a little more composure up front perhaps. That's not too much to ask.
Barcelona head into the dressing room pleased with the thought that they have that all-important lead. Analysis to come during the break. We're already back up and running after half-time. A solitary goal, that has been the crucial difference. Corner it is. Barcelona with the corner, they're first. And now a sudden chance to counter. Albert Ferrer, a true great in every sense of the word. And the counter is on. That was superb goalkeeping.
That'll earn him a few high fives. Probably feels he could have been better protected though.
Dealt with nicely by the defence. Barcelona have the chance to go the other way. Now it's Messi. Nice bit of trickery. That is lovely. Neither of these two want to come off second best. Yeah, he's fouled him there.
Well, I think the alternative was to stand there and do nothing while he tried to score, and obviously he's not going to allow that, Peter, is he?
So what can they conjure from this one? And this the perfect opportunity to create a cushion between them. That is delicious! Sumptuous finish, an absolute joy! And there's the goal they've been looking for. Oh, that is a bit special.
Well, he made it look effortless. Clearly a
this really is quite uplifting. There is so much to raise the mood all around us. After all, this is when, in the face of anything, hope springs eternal, and the fans puff out their chests proudly. And the mood is boisterous. It is a perfect ambience for the central characters, who are ready now to perform. Things have got underway here pretty promptly. And he's made sure that's not getting through. That's going to go a long way. Now it's Giroud. Dembele. Well seen. Saw that coming.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Now it's Mbappe. Camavinga. Ribery. And Ribery! Oh, just fizzes past the post.
Oh, and it's such a good effort. And maybe the target really should have been hit.
Thuram. And here's Mbappe. Well read. And the danger is averted. Oh, he's got a sight of goal. Kante did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on. Jim, who do you reckon is pivotal?
The defensive qualities of William Saliba. For me, Peter, he's someone who's shown great leadership from such a young age when starting his career in France. I see a lot of bravery and courage, and I think they're words you associate with somebody who is very good in both boxes.
No argument from me on that front. It's easy to see how his presence alone affects both sides. Camavinga. And it's Ribery. Could have been dangerous, but it came to nothing. So it is still 0-0. Thuram.
Well, they keep pressing like that as long as they can.
Well, it just petered out. No penetration at all, having had a great feel of the ball. Well, it's Dembele. Now, can they get it back? Camavinga. Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. France trying to orchestrate a breakaway here by the looks of it.
Well, I would say that this is probably the easiest way to play the game, because you try and absorb in numbers defensively, and then you look to hit it with a long ball quickly on the counter-attack to get your men in behind the opposition defence.
Just looking for that one telling pass. Mbappe going face-to-face with his great rival. Dembele. Oh, good read. Cantona. Now it's Ribery. And it's Dembele. Dembele! That is a brilliant interception. Well, the ball just didn't work out for the run that he made.
Look, the game is full of ifs and buts. If only the pass could have completed its journey.
Ribery will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. Mbappe! Goal, France! Another moment of magic, a real wow moment.
Well, I think he was saying to his teammates, how dare you doubt me?
They have what they wanted, the first breakthrough.
Well, that goal has got the whole stadium rocking here. This is exactly the kind of atmosphere the players should feed off now.
He's going to be disappointed with that. Saliba deals with that comfortably. And he has slightly undercooked that one.
That was just poor decision-making and a weak execution. Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
And that interception was most necessary.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Pass is coming off in quick succession here. Well, a glitch with the rangefinder there, and evident annoyance.
He made it look a bit predictable.
Oh, that is a good ball to find him. Cantona.
Oh, that's such a good run. More of that, please.
France looking to go into the break, 1-0 up. And here's Mbappe. Camavinga.
That's alert and sharp and very well played. You can never be short of runners into space, as long as the space left behind is filled.
Time and again they are repelled. Hernandez. And here's Mbappe. And the whistle goes for half-time. Well, a very decent watch up to now, but just the one goal so far. It has been competitive and combative throughout. What do you think we're up to after 45 minutes?
France clearly are benefiting from their homework. They've dealt with anything that's been thrown at them and have been smart on the break.
France lead by 1-0 at half-time. It's been a good display from them so far. A stable start to the game, and they are in a goodish place. First half is behind us, and the score is currently 1-0. So we're straight back at it at the start of the second half. A solitary goal, that has been the crucial difference. And again they run up against stubborn defending. Now then, the ball's come loose.
That pressing is so good, it's nice and early.
Dembele. Oh, it's Dembele. And that was very necessary. Cantona cuts a frustrated figure right now. He just cannot get away.
Look, he could do with someone else taking responsibility to shift the target. He badly needs some help here.
That's been intercepted.
That was well played, well stopped.
Thuram! Thuram! Now, who's going to be first to this? Oh, what has happened here? Thuram, defending his corner stubbornly, stood up very well to his man.
France are totally dominant in the middle of the park, a no-way-through zone.
Dembele. No, that's been intercepted. Camavinga. Almost an hour gone. And here's Ribéry. Thuram! Oh, another save.
Well, look, they know they've got a height advantage, and it's time for them to use it.
Here's Mbappe. Oh, that's a fine challenge. And now they can spring out of defence. Oh, nicely intercepted. Oh, it's come loose. Now it's Thuram. That is ended up in no man's land. Might be danger here. Mbappe! So, Jim, what are you thinking?
Peter, they're leaving nobody guessing now. This is a decisive attempt to go further in front.
Conte.
Well, you would hope for some movement off the bench, Peter, knowing you get an extra sub in extra time.
And France can counter now. He's gone forward. Ribéry. And the two sides separated by the game's only breakthrough moment to this point. And the score is 1-0.
That's what has to be done now, no question about it.
They're coming again and again.
I think they just have to keep forcing the issue and they'll get clinical.
And he was quick to react. Closing in on the last quarter of an hour. Hernandez gets over and intercepts. And here's Mbappe.
France surely have to be commended for their drive and desire. Most teams would be taking the easier defensive route by now.
Ribéry hurtling down that right flank. Mbappe. Well, the boss won't be happy about that at all. They were pedestrian in possession and carried almost no threat at all. Oh, well played, well sorted out. Koundé. Here's Tchouaméni. Good running, strong and purposeful. And it's Ribéry. And he's picked it up out wide. France leading here by this still precarious 1-0 margin. Laid out to the left flank. Oh, facing up to his adversary. This is a formidable matchup. And he's in on goal.
Ribéry really was well marshalled there because he was denied the opportunity to turn. France certainly don't need to overcommit now. Their priority lies further back.
Kante promptly onto that, and that is that. Yeah. There will be a throw-in. France moments now away from seeing this one out. Yeah. So that's it. It is all over. Perfect result, perfect outcome. A test passed with flying colours. So it is that time again. Every team looks to write its own special script. Moments like this are to be savoured. Hopes are high. A good start. That is what they all want. Really is quite a sight to behold this. It feels like a big game. It looks like a big game. Mind you, they all do at this ground. Things have got underway here pretty promptly. Mateus. Lam is there and he can pick it up. Mateus. Oh, that's fabulous. Rummenigge. Pass somewhat off target. Mateus. Great chance! And a terrific save from the keeper.
Well, you get a sense, Peter, that he could almost get to anything today.
France have the chance to go the other way. Shin to shin, bicep to bicep, and he wins out.
In Uli Hoeneß, Peter, I think we have one of Germany's greatest enigmas, one of the most decorated players, but it's a career plagued and cut short, unfortunately, by injuries.
I guess you can empathise with that.
Yeah, there's always that element of how good could he have been?
Despite it all, though, he did win 3 European titles and 3 league titles. He was a world champion and all of that in 8.5 years, which says quite a lot about him. Not bad. Mbappe! Oh, that's a fine challenge. Hoeneß. And this could be a German counter. France are still to register a shot on target. As a matter of fact, a shot of any type. And he's picked out the run. And he's straight offside. Rudiger is there and he can get that clear. Hoeneß. No, that's been intercepted. Koundé. Camavinga. Mbappe. Heads it! Goal! France!
Well, there's always a chance of being caught like that when you surrender the football.
They have what they wanted, the first breakthrough.
Yeah, I think for them to get their noses in front away from home is brilliant, but these home fans will demand a response.
Oh, well played, well sorted out. Turan.
That will annoy the manager. They're making themselves too predictable here.
Hoeneß. And he cuts out the supply. And the two sides separated by the game's only breakthrough moment to this point. 1-0 the score. Camavinga. Mbappe! Oh, the keeper's done ever so well.
I think he's done great there, both reading it and dealing with it. They've got a healthy number of very tall targets to pick out from this corner.
And that should get the job done. Germany are looking to go forward now. He won't be happy with that one. Chouameni. And they can counter here. And it's Tar. Unda.
This is actually quite a courageous move, and I'll add ambition.
Gets his head to it! Taken back almost at once. Kunde gets across to intercept that. Mateus.
France can certainly afford to see this half out now and reset during the break.
Defending was strong and firm. Ribéry. Now it's Mbappe. Bumps him off it and wins back the ball. Mateus. He's looking to set free a runner. Neuer sends that a long way. Now they can break here. They played right into his path.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
Camavinga. Thuram. That is good alertness. Undav might just make this. Kimmich cuts out the pass. He can run onto that. Rummenigge. He's now the finish! It's a goal! Germany are all square. Perfect placement. The one place the keeper couldn't reach.
He weighed up the landscape, Peter, and he stuck it bang in the corner.
2 added minutes has been indicated.
And that has added a whole new complexion to the game.
Yeah, it's a very good contest with
Diving header! Great effort. He flew in with courage.
Undav may have slightly misjudged the timing, but there was nothing wrong with the intent.
And the first 45 minutes are up. France head back in at the break after a first half that has been, from a scoreline point of view in any case, an even one. Both sides have contributed in equal measure, neither looking overly under pressure from the other. And at the break, glass half full, half empty. It's 1-1. It's been a really interesting game up to now, and the sides are predictably very well matched. Hoping perhaps for a little bit more from both parties in the second half, but as it stands, it's 1 each. And we are back underway. Royce. He's going to be disappointed with that. Hernandez. And here's Ribéry. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. Now it's Thuram. And he's certainly caught him there. It's a free kick. He'll fancy himself from here.
Well, I think the technical challenge is doable. This could depend on the amount of power.
Mbappe! Off the post! Just off target.
We're talking fine margins, very fine margins.
France finding their passes. Well, he was clearly disappointed with that pass.
That was just poor decision-making and a weak execution.
Now it's Thuram. Ribéry. A lot of space ahead of him.
Look, movement creates more options, and that was really sharply done.
Mateus. Oh, good read.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Couldn't quite squeeze that one through. And he's only too happy to take that back. Well played. That has snuffed out the danger. And it's Ribéry. Nice sequence of passes, this. Royce. And the counter is on. That pass isn't the best. Saliba. That's a lovely, neat pass. Well, that had the makings of something quite promising, but it's fizzled out into nothing.
The attendance for this match
Vieira
was
deals with that comfortably.
71,898.
Now it's Mbappe.
It's about risk-taking and boldness now. Are we going to see any activity from the bench?
Well timed, excellent interception. Ribéry. And that interception was most necessary.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Rudiger kept his eye on it, and he's there. Interesting ball. Oh, that's a key interception. Now this could be a chance. Honas! Has another goal! Goal, Germany! They've done it! It was coming! They have their reward! The invitation was clear and it was accepted with the utmost glee.
Peter, that was just a defensive act of generosity that was always going to have a painful ending.
Germany go into the lead.
Yeah, they deserve great credit for turning things around, but they'll now need the defensive resilience to equal that attacking flair.
Ernest. That's tidy. Ernest! Oh, and they really should have been made to pay. There to retrieve it. That looks a cracking ball. And that's been intercepted.
That was well played, well stopped.
Harness! It's loose and there's a race for the ball. Kimmich.
They may end up with some regret with this tactic, but you have to admire their commitment to goals.
And he's picked out the run. And he's heaved it away. Really didn't have enough to concern the defence. He is through here. Now it's Ribery. Shot a goal! It's a goal! It's level again! What a match we have!
Well, this is just incredible. I mean, who would have seen this? Neither manager, I think. It's all happening.
Well, it would have been harder to miss.
That's just a great finish, but it's down to very clever movement. You can see this has been obviously worked on the training ground. He knew exactly where he wanted the ball.
There's the shot! Oh, yes, it's there! Late in the day, this could well be it! Lacking for neither time nor space, it could scarcely have been more straightforward.
Well, that defence is perplexed by the fact they've allowed him the space.
France complete their comeback, and now they only need to hold out for a few minutes.
Well, the last moment.
Thuram! Oh, nearly, but nearly is nothing.
Well, to put it this way, he's probably made better decisions.
Added minutes has been indicated.
Thuram gets over and intercepts. That pass has been well intercepted. Kamavinga. Oh, super find. Hernandez. And here's Ribery. Passes short and sharp. Referee looks at his watch and blows his whistle.
Please turn towards the screen
France
for a
have done it. the premise of the tournament is simple. Every team, of course, is striving to make the latter stages. That's where they all want to be. No doubt these two harbour very similar ambitions. A good show here, absolutely crucial. Well, the pre-match build-up has been fantastic. Now, the game itself. And already we're underway here. Rashford was alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless. What a start, free kick in a dangerous position in the opening minutes. And we have the first chance from a dead ball situation. Kane! Oh, nearly, but nearly is nothing. Oh, good read.
That's great positioning, so good from him. Well, as box office names go, Peter, David Beckham is right up there.
Yeah, he gets the turnstiles clicking, that's for sure, but footballing qualities?
Well, I think any defence is going to be nervous because of the sheer quality he can produce.
Especially over a dead ball.
Yeah, not just that, I think in open play he can deliver for fun too.
Oh, they could be... And the shots! It's there!
Well, talk about a real rude awakening. It's almost as if the defence saw nothing coming. They just didn't anticipate. On heels rather than toes. That looks like a preconceived plan. Win the ball and then unleash.
France penetrate first. It is a truly precious lead.
Well, that's changed the mood entirely, as you'd expect, Peter. It'll be fascinating now to see what kind of reaction it will cause.
Mbappe proves just a little bit too strong. Thuram! And that is wildly off target.
Oh, I'm not sure what he had in mind, and I don't think he knew either.
And they're not going to make any further progress now. Hernandez, unable to make it happen for all his good intentions. Now it's Cantwell. Thuram. France leading here thanks to that early goal. 1-0 the score. Oh, lovely feed. He is such a good mover. He's had it nicked away. Nice interception. His positioning was spot on. Oh, easy pickings there. Oh, he's found support out wide.
Look, movement creates more options, and that was really sharply done.
Mbappe, someone who can always claim to be the most immaculate finisher. Thuram, he's free, he has got space. Oh no, what has happened here? That's a good run down the left. Saka. White. Terrific header! It's loose and there's a race for the ball. Well, we expected better and so did he. Has a look and place it forward. Now it's Ribery. That looks a cracking ball. And he's on. Great hit! He's got a goal! And with that goal comes comfort!
Well, his movement is all based on fine margins, and the timing of his run then was ideal.
Has a go! Yes!
Well, we could be a little critical of that defence then, but the timing was pretty much perfect.
England get themselves back into contention.
Listen, goals change games, and that has changed the whole complexion of this one. They have the momentum now.
And it's Beckham. He's in space and looking for options. Tries to get it clear. That's a little loose. Decent progress down the left. That is lovely. Can he finish? Oh, it's there! They have done it! They have their equaliser!
Well, it certainly livened things up a bit, and that next goal now is absolutely crucial.
That is lovely, finished with amazing expertise.
You know, I'm not going to be hard on the goalkeeper because that moved all over the place on its journey.
We have ourselves a real game here.
To be expected, Peter. They've gone and stepped it up, something they've been threatening to do and will continue to do by the looks of it.
Koundé. Chouameni. Ribéry. Oh, there's a probing ball. Back into the middle. Camavinga. Now it's Camavinga. Kane. Beckham. Saka.
Il y aura 2 minutes de temps additionnel.
England have got it back and they'll have another go. And it's Ribéry. Mbappe. Mbappe. Oh, good ball. He's had a hit. What a wonderful goal.
Yeah, I'd call that transition with bite.
And there is the half-time whistle. Either side holding back here. It has been quite a half, this. So what a half. So many talking points, so many goals, so much drama. It's 3-2.
Vous tournez vers le grand écran pour un événement un peu particulier. Je ne vous en dis pas plus.
And we're off again. And here's Rashford. Great ball if he can get there. Vieira gets it away. England with the corner. They're first. Saka with the short one. Now it's Cantwell. Oh, shooting chance!
He almost caught everyone out there the way he just eked out the room to get the shot in.
Rashford. It's Rashford! And kept out by the most elastic of saves.
That'll earn him a few high fives. Probably feels he could have been better protected, though.
Chouameni. Thuram. France looking to pass their way through. Mbappe was alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless. Lovely ball and a real chance now. Laid back in, expertly cut out, really nicely done. Cantwell.
They need to play this quicker in transitions like this.
He's played him through. Well, that had the makings of something quite promising, but it's fizzled out into nothing.
Well, Peter, just see here how a lot of the attacking players aren't dropping back anymore.
And that means just one thing, I suppose.
Yeah, they just simply want to engage the counter-attack.
That's been intercepted. And he's on his way!
72 000.
He's shifting through the gears, and the finish! Well, now it's a race for the ball. That is good pressure, just hounded him off it. Burn.
It's about risk-taking and boldness now. Are we going to see any activity from the bench?
No, that was never going to make it. Saka engages and forces him off the ball. Mbappe, and that's been intercepted. And that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it.
That's an errant pass. Well, he was clearly disappointed with that pass.
Quality deserted them when they really needed it.
Well seen, saw that coming.
That was well played, well stopped.
That looks a good ball through, and he's managed to get free.
Well, it's good stuff. This is better.
There is an irresistible, irrepressible look about them here.
I think they just have to keep forcing the issue and they'll get clinical.
Saka, that is a great pick out. The ball's gone astray. Well, that's surely a foul. Free kick. Spectacular save.
Keep calm and carry on. That's the job in a nutshell now.
A slightly better ball would have led to a very different outcome there.
France clearly should have gone for the easier pass. Now they'll have to quickly regroup.
Now it's Rashford. Chouameni. Passes coming off in quick succession here. Nice ball, and he's in here. How about that? Saka battling down that right flank. White. And the whistle's gone, presumably for offside.
Changement.
England can now introduce the first of their substitutes. Just eases him off the ball. Now it's Thuram. Mbappe. Ribéry. And he's in on goal. Nicely aimed pass. Oh, what a ball! Ribéry!
France probably could have killed things off, but they should be okay here.
And here's Solanke. He's a sharp little ball here. Nice interception, well timed. Great ball if he can get there.
Temps additionnel, 1 minute.
Solanke. And he's intervened well there. So that's it. It is all over. They needed to win. Well, they say football's only a game, but you should try telling this lot.
Chers
Without a
spectateurs,
doubt, it is the
nous vous
week's
souhaitons la
most
bienvenue
eagerly
pour ce
awaited
match.
contest. A sporting event which has magnificent scenery as its backdrop. It is tribal, and it has aroused the most primal of instincts in so many of us. And we are glad to have you alongside us for it. Well, the pre-match build-up has been fantastic. Now, the game itself. And already... Bellingham!
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks. They want to be quick here. It's breakaway time.
Luis Suarez. And that is expertly dealt with. Jim, you've played in games of this nature. Who can make the difference?
Yeah, Kylian Mbappe. There's nothing more frightening for a defender when he's running at you at full speed. He gets into a stride so quickly and seems to just glide across the turf. But when the goal's in front of him, he's also got that cool head that's required to pick a spot and finish everything off.
Hard to disagree with that. It is the sort of situation he thrives in. Luis Suarez. Dixon. And that interception was most necessary.
That was well played, well stopped.
Mbappe! Great defending, strong and determined. He won't be happy with that
Such
one.
good technique.
Oh, that's fabulous. Ronaldinho. And the shot! What a save from Peter Schmeichel! Dixon. Pirlo. Mbappe might just make this. Oh, good read.
That's great positioning, so good from him. They need to play this quicker in transitions like this.
Santos have a free kick. And it's Thuram. Good spot, he's seen the run. A slightly better ball would have led to a very different outcome there.
Look, the game is full of ifs and buts. If only the pass could have completed its journey.
Now it's Del Piero. Not the most accurate pass. Well, that is not the best ball, and he offers an apologetic look.
The movement was good, but the pass lacked authority, a cause of mild frustration.
Pass somewhat off target. No change to the score, 0-0 it remains. Ronaldinho. Oh, it's a promising build-up, this. Plenty of really nice passing. Bale. Shot a goal! It's there! That is so good, such sharp skills, and such a delicious finish.
Well, I think he was saying to his teammates, how dare you doubt me?
So we have the first goal.
Well, I'd remind those players, Peter, that concentration would be key for a while now, as you don't want to hand the momentum straight back to your opposition.
Dixon. Now it's Ronaldinho. Schmeichel catches it safely. 15 minutes till half-time. And here's Ronaldinho. It's Ronaldinho! It's loose, and oh, what has happened here? It's a pretty loose pass. Mbappe is fouled. Santos look happy to sit back for the moment here.
Yeah, everything they're doing screams counter-attack, but it's a long counter-attack. When they win it back, they're not wasting any time. They're just trying to get the...
And the shot! Oh, the ball's run loose here. Oh, he's been caught napping. Camavinga did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on. Vieira. Del Piero. He's had a shot! And the ball's come loose here. It's Messi. And that's been intercepted.
He read that really well and stopped it. It looks very much like they'd be happy to settle for this narrow lead at the break.
Pedri. And if you have just joined us, still just one goal between them. And the score is 1-0. Mbappe.
They've got to make this nice and quick.
Pull it. Mbappe. No way through. Bellingham! Great effort, beautifully taken.
Oh, the technical control was exquisite. The pummeled attempt was exasperating.
Temps additionnel, 1 minute.
Nice interception. His positioning was spot on. And the first 45 minutes are up. Well, it's a half which has simmered along nicely, warming up to what may be a more open second half to follow.
Yeah, on the face of it, it looks a fair reflection of what we've all seen, Peter. Some incisive play one side, battling qualities on the other. I think this game is there to be won, and a minor tweak may be all it needs to change it.
Leading 1-0 at the break. And if you're just back from your break, you've missed very little of the resumption of the second half. A solitary goal. That has been the... Has a goal! Del Piero. No question, this is the man you want to get onto the end of things. Mbappe! Time and again they are repelled. Pedri. Now it's Luis Suarez. Laid out towards the right wing. Threads one in. Del Piero. Del Piero tries looking up for options on the left. Del Piero. He is through here. No way he was going to be out-muscled. There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. Bale. Luis Suarez. Real chance hit. There's the hit. Now he's off and running.
That will annoy the manager. They're making themselves too predictable here. That's a modern defender's instinct from a modern coach's mindset.
And it's Pirlo. That's a little loose. Well seen. Saw that coming. Mbappe. And he welcomes it in.
Le nombre de spectateurs pour ce match.
Oh, just skips past his man.
99.
Santos are definitely going about this the right way.
This is a really front-footed approach.
Well, the question now is whether they can sustain it.
Great ball, and he's in here. Decent hit! And yes, it's there! And this is getting better and better. That is glorious, as if he picked it up and put it there himself.
You know, I'm not going to be hard on the goalkeeper because that moved all over the place on its journey.
Things starting to look very comfortable.
The turning of the screw comes...
He's got the shot away! Great build-up. It all deserved a better ending.
The timing of the pass and run was exquisite. Well, height could make all the difference on these set pieces.
He gets big! Harmlessly behind.
That was good defensive pressure to give him less manoeuvring room.
Ronaldinho. Del Piero. And Del Piero! Bale. Could be danger here. Van Dijk. Here's Vieira. Now that looks a decent ball. And he's in on goal. Can he finish? Now he wants to get in on the act here.
This is proving to be a very good spell. The intensity is great, but they've got to make it count.
Santos have their second corner now. Thuram attempts a clearance. And now they can spring out of defence. Luis Suarez. That's very neat. He's got plenty of space out wide here. Great chance! Oh, it looked like 3-0 for sure.
Oh, he went for it there knowing full well that it could have all been wrapped up.
That's beautifully weighted. No, that was never going to make it. Mbappe. Well, quality clearly deserted him at the crucial moment.
Ah, he made it look a bit predictable.
Leading by 2 and the finishing line in sight. Now it's Mbappe. Pull it. Well, it didn't look good for a while, but that was brave defending and they got away with it.
You know, it was an intervention that had to be made. Serious trouble lay in store.
Tomiyasu promptly onto that, and that is that. Camavinga has it in a wide position. Bellingham. And that's been intercepted.
That's great positioning. So good from him.
Mbappe. Mbappe stood his ground strongly. Del Piero. Oh, he's managed to get himself offside. Well, there's no doubt that this is a game which holds a special place in the minds of the footballing folk in this part of the world. Expectations rising, evidently the crowd hoping to be treated to a special contest. It is the perfect backdrop for the players to walk out to. And the mood is boisterous. It is a perfect ambience for the central characters who are ready now to perform. action has already started. And it's Hullet. That is a great pick out.
We've seen many free role players that have graced the game, but Ruud Hullet is amongst the elite.
Well, no one would argue with that, Jim, but what do you identify as special in him?
Well, so physically powerful and intimidating, and I think his athleticism helps him get through a fierce amount of work.
Nothing quite like him in the modern era.
Agreed.
Nedved is offering some sort of an apology there.
Yeah, the idea was right. The delivery wasn't. They can revisit that further on.
It's a poor throw that, picked off with relative ease. Oh, played right into his path. Nesta. Nicely aimed pass. Vieri. And it's Veron. That's a nicely measured pass. And he looked every bit the assured keeper there.
That's very, very good. You can't ask for much more than that.
And we have our very first corner. That is great defending, so alert. Oh dear, less said about that pass the better. Vieira. Now it's Hullet. I wonder what you've seen, Jim, over the early moments of the game.
Well, both sides seem happy with the patient approach for now, still trying to have a good look at one another.
Pirlo. He's going to be disappointed with that. Hullet. And he's certainly caught him there. It's a free kick.
Well, I think the alternative was to stand there and do nothing while he tried to score, and obviously he's not going to allow that, Peter, is he? He's got to have a go at this, and it looks straightforward.
He's shaping up to have a crack from here. Nedved!
Oh, well done for him to take the shot on. He did at least hit the target.
So we're still where we started right now. Bale, a player so deservedly decorated with praise and glory. Oh, look at the space here. He's had a shot! In he goes again! There it is! Not so much sophistication as doggedness and sheer bloody-mindedness.
That's really good anticipation too, Peter. Just instinctively knew where the ball would be and where he needed to put himself.
So the first moment of real significance. Look, it's Bale! Oh, split-second reaction.
Bale clearly thought he had the beating of the keeper.
He can get that clear. Ronaldinho. Expertly cut out, really nicely done. Manchester United applying the press here, a high press.
Yeah, we see this so often these days, but it does demand an awful lot of work rate and, of course, the discipline, because it has to be with everyone. It can't be with one or two. If that starts happening here, it'll just fall away.
Yeah, and there are so much of them, but of course the returns can be terrific. Oh, that's neat. Now there's the hit! Oh, fine stop from the keeper.
Bale is offering a wry smile there.
Corner number 2 then. Oh, good ball, shots on here. Oh, there's contact there one way or another. Oh, it's a penalty. So a big chance now from 12 yards. Schmeichel looking to stare down to unsettle the taker. Calm as you like, and they're running away with it. much more than a formality.
Played a game of double bluff here, I think.
So that's two now without reply.
Well, their manager seems to have them always thinking about the next goal. When's the next goal coming? They're such an entertaining watch.
Well, there is a look that says it all. A piercing stare.
Clearly is miffed, having made the run and not get picked out.
Well, we expected better, and so did he. That's good pressing, squeezing the play. Thuram gets his pass away. Hits one! Oh, the ball's run loose here. It's their second corner of the game. Thuram getting this one clear. Defending was strong and firm. And now a sudden chance to counter. Ronaldinho showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it out. Thuram makes the interception. Oh, good read.
He read that really well and stopped it.
And the pass is intercepted. Vieri. Can he put it away?
That's just playing it safe and simple.
Vieira! Oh, just over.
Vieira nearly produced a moment of magic. He knew the strike was pure.
And it's Vieira.
Whatever happens, that's the kind of movement which raises hope.
Oh, what a climb! He scored! With half-time at hand! Perfect timing!
Yeah, I'd call that transition with bite. They won it back and bit hard.
This is threatening to become a really good game.
Well, it was important they didn't get ahead of themselves and lose their discipline. This game plan could near well reward them with an equaliser.
Luis Suarez. There's the whistle for half-time. So half-time, no shortage of action and talking points at both ends of the field. 3 goals to light up the crowd, and a fair reflection of the territorial state of play, with the half-time scoreline 2-1. It is quite a game, breathless and laced with excitement.
Well, we've had plenty to go at in that first half, Peter, and it's a fragile lead that could quite easily change hands in the second. If you like your football unpredictable, I think you're at the right match.
Very little in it. The score at half-time is 2-1. And if you have just joined us, now the finish! It's in! 2 up and threatening to pull clear.
Well, we've seen the hunger to win it back and the focus to make it count. A very tasty combination.
So the lead now is 2.
Look, this position ought to convince them to increase their lead. I think they should be really positive about this now.
It's Ronaldinho! Surely now they are well and truly out of sight. And there is his 30th goal.
Well, there's always a chance of being caught like that when you surrender the football.
they say football's only a game, but you should try telling
Chers
this lot.
spectateurs,
Without a
nous
doubt,
souhaitons
it is
la
the week's
bienvenue au
most
match.
eagerly awaited contest. A sporting event which has magnificent scenery as its backdrop. It is tribal, and it has aroused the most primal of instincts in so many of us. And we are glad to have you alongside us for it. Well, the pre-match build-up has been fantastic. Now, the game itself. We have already started here. Camavinga. And it's Ronaldinho. Ronald in with a header! And that's what you call inspired goalkeeping.
Ronaldinho clearly thought he had the beating of the keeper.
And we have our very first corner. Expertly cut out, really nicely done. While facing up to his adversary, this is a formidable matchup. Camavinga. Could move up a gear here. Oh, well played, well played. It's their second corner of the game. Camavinga. Hits one! So, third corner of the game. Turns and goes back. Ronaldinho. That's very neat. Oh, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time.
Well, you could see he was eager to get a shot away, but there was too much flesh and bone in his path.
It's Ronaldinho. Out to the left it goes. Interesting ball. And the finish! Nedved clears it away. And that's been intercepted.
That was well played, well stopped.
So a third of the match, or thereabouts, gone, and we still await the first goal. And they've switched it over to the other side. Well, played right into his path. Pirlo. Ronaldinho. It's Ronaldinho! And here's Hullet. Oh, what a ball! Maldini kept aware, and it is reclaimed easily. Hoisted in, dinked through. That's an excellent interception. Well, the ball just didn't work out for the run that he made.
Quality deserted them when they really needed it.
Pirlo. Camavinga. Well, he's going to be disappointed with that. Now it's Bale. Passing is crisp and sharp. Hullet. Nice interception, well timed. Maldini makes the interception. Well played, that has snuffed out the danger. Oh, that's a key interception. And here's Hullet. Pass is coming off in quick succession here. Another pass just keeps it ticking over. Well, he's seen that early, used a certain sixth sense. caused a worry or two.
Very speculative with little threat, if any, for the keeper. Have beautifully policed that midfield. The opposition have been handcuffed.
Great ball if he can get there. A lot. There's the hit! There it is! Well, it's taken a big deflection, but boy, he will want that one. So the first goal of the game.
Well, I'd remind those players, Peter, that concentration will be key for a while now, as you don't want to hand the momentum straight back to your opposition.
A searching ball that into space. Pirlo. The only breakthrough then came late in the first half here, and that is the difference. 1-0 the score. Very nicely done. Pull it. Ronaldinho. Oh, good-looking ball. And that has put Payton. Speculative strike. Nedved tidy with his distribution. Tomiyasu.
Temps additionnel, 1 minute.
Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. He's in plenty of space here. This might spell danger. That's brave goalkeeping, really decisive. And the whistle goes for half-time. Well, a very decent watch up to now, but just the one goal so far. It has been competitive and combative throughout.
There's plenty of positives to take despite the lead being so small, Peter. I think playing well, good energy, a little more composure up front perhaps. That's not too much to ask.
Leading 1-0 at the break. So we're straight back at it at the start of the second half. A solitary goal, that has been the crucial difference. Driving on and making good progress. Oh, that's well spotted. Kubo. Not pretty, but it gets the job done. He's tried one! Thuram with the clearance. Ronaldinho. Pull it, looking to add to his goal. Well, that's beautifully weighted. Real chance! They've done it! And that is goal number 20.
And how about the timing of the pass and run? They've worked it before and no doubt they'll work it again.